You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. It's me, Mounts. What are the Gaming Dragon? Today I'm coming back at you with Let's Play episode of Chord Progressions, Chester's Path. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! He points out the collie's location. I turn to look. A chubby squirrel fellow was straddling Pat on a nearby couch. They're in the midst of a deep makeout session. Pat's feeling up the squirrel's back under his shirt as the squirrel slowly grinds his rear into Pat's lap. As inappropriate as his public display of affection is, I find myself quite aroused by the sight. The squirrel and I seemingly have similar builds. In another universe, I imagine that could be me on top. Either he's going to want to take them home or they'll both get kicked out by a bouncer. Either way, it's only a matter of time. I mean, April can always drop you off if you don't want to ride with them. I'd rather stick with Pat. Let's just put it that way. Why would he want to... Oh! Yeah, I guess if your roommate is also your friend with benefits, anytime to hook up with someone, that's an opportunity for a threesome. Damn. Wish I were that lucky. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a large bull man wearing a black shirt approach the pair and taps the squirrel on the shoulder. He gets both their attention and points towards the door. And that's my cue. Take care, friends. Trent and I wave. Darryl objects before Cliff's able to step away. Oh, before you go, thanks for the talk on the way here. It helped a lot. Anytime. See you all tomorrow. He hurriedly follows the exiled couple out the door. I turn back to Darryl. How did Cliff's talk help? Well, I apologized to Pat earlier. I used a lot of the words Cliff said, mostly about how I need to take responsibility even though I have a fucked up work schedule. It's kind of hard for me to find the words sometimes when things get emotional. Funny, I had a really productive conversation with him earlier today, too. He's got a way with words, don't he? Ow! He rapidly backs away from the source of his pain. Trent's nodding off. His tilted head caused an antler to poke Darryl's noggin again. The sudden outburst woke him up. That's it! We're gonna need to find some styrofoam for these things. Trent wordlessly shrank in his seat as he crossed his arms ashamedly. The lion stands. Let's get you home, buddy boy. Need to put your arm around me? He sheepishly nods. Darryl helps Trent stand out of his seat and drapes the deer's arm around his broad shoulders. Alright, off we go. Then you can have a nice long sleep. The deer nods. His face is pressed up against Darryl's as he does so, essentially nuzzling him. Drive safe. Will do. See you tomorrow. Yep, see you tomorrow. Goodbye, gay fox. Darryl and I couldn't help but burst out in laughter. I play along. Bye, drunk deer. Enjoy the hangover. Okay. A drunk Trent has got to be the goofiest thing ever. I can't help but to admire him. The two slowly but surely shuffle their way out the front door. Shut their way to the front door. I should find the girls. Looks like our night's about over. It doesn't take me long to find them. They're both seated at the bar. Mariah's giggling as April has her face buried in her paws. They both notice my approach. Dude, help. Please. What's going on? The hyena points to her partner. She's lost her mind. Eddy, there's some malarkey afoot. Mariah is heavily slurring her words. That corgi man said my name's beautiful. And what does he do? He has the gumption, the audacity to cut me off. She makes a melodramatic pout. Truly a fate worse than death. I turn towards April. Is it time to scram? Yes, very yes. The tab's paid. We can go whenever. I just have to convince her. Oh, that's easy. I turn towards the fox. Mo, do you know where you're not cut off? Oh my gosh, where? At the apartment. We have wine, remember? Her face lights up. You're in Jeebus! She stands up out of her seat to give me a hug. I reciprocate. And that's all there is to it. Let's go. It's honestly adorable as hell. Also a little destructive if you're just going to get her more drunk at the house. The ride home was a tad chaotic. Mariah found the aux cord and turned April's car into a karaoke booth. And nevertheless, we made it back safe and sound. Babe, no more. But Eddy said... Yeah, turns out I lied. The fox stares daggers at me. You little shit! I won't forget this transgression. She narrows her eyes. That's what I am right now. I'm trans. I'm an aggression. That's great, sweetie. Let's get you to bed. I'm transgression, Jesus Christ. That's so bad. Oh my god, I love them. April starts to physically handle Mariah to help usher her to their bedroom. Good night, you two. Good night. Thanks for the help. Bad night. You have a bad night, you liar man. The two disappear into the room, leaving me alone in the living room. I take a seat on the couch, taking mental inventory of all the information I've gathered today. So the person in the profile was at the lounge. That's a fact. The person looks like Chester. That's not really a fact yet. I need to verify on Sunday. What does any of this mean? If Chester's cheating, how can I prove it? If I can prove it, how do I go about confronting him? What if he finds out I'm snooping before I confront him? God, what if it turns out to be a big misunderstanding? I look like an idiot. I'd get fired on the spot. Then what? If I lose my job, how will I pay for rent? What if the girls kick me out for not paying rent? If I get kicked out, where do I go? I can't go back home. That would ruin me. Wait, it's happening. I'm catastrophizing. My heart rate's out of control right now, and my thoughts keep racing. I need to get a grip. Okay, this is the perfect time to try that grounding thing. I'll follow the rules Cliff gave me. I take in a sharp and deep breath. All my breaths from here on out need to be deep and deliberate. I need to find 5 things I can see. Let's scan the room. Coffee table. Couch. Mariah's giant boob painting. April's guitar. Dining table. Every time I see that, I think, like, Kindred from League of Legends. I guess more specifically, yeah, I guess call her Kindred. I know people call it, like, she's lamb and the other is wolf. Doesn't it look like Kindred titties, though? Seriously, y'all. I can feel the couch, my fur, my shirt, and my pants. I can hear the sound of my own breathing, the AC, and the crickets chirping outside. I can smell the air freshener April uses in my sandalwood and black pepper deodorant. What can I taste? Oh! I lick my chops. I can taste a hint of the reserve still left on my facial fur. I take a few more calculated deep breaths. My heart rate is back to normal. I'm calm. I'm present. Everything is okay. Damn. That worked pretty well. Gotta make sure I thank Cliff in the morning. I don't want to text him now, not while he's, potentially busy. I peel off my clothes and flop into bed. I've finally lived here long enough that I can find my bed using my instincts and muscle memory alone. No need to turn on the lights. With that near mental breakdown aside, today was good. Great, even. The only problem is this damn mystery account. The nagging voice in my head keeps insisting that I get even more nosy. I won't be satisfied until I get to the bottom of this. Also, what's the deal with the expensive alcohol? Why would he spend so much money on me? Then there's that strange playful closeness he has with Corey. There's definitely some kind of chemistry going on between the two. At the end of the day, it could be just a big misunderstanding and I'm putting all this effort for nothing. But it seems like more and more questions keep popping up. My gut keeps telling me to keep digging, so I will. I need to keep digging. Until I find something. Good timing, there was an actual yawn there. Alright, if I'm gonna do this, it has to be quick. I kissed enough ass to earn this phone call. Gotta make it count. I quickly dialed the number, sparing no time. Come on. Come on. Hello? Hello? Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetie. How's camp going? Good. I do my best to inconspicuously scan my surroundings. No one seems to be paying attention. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I know you didn't want to go, but Dad and I cut my paw on the phone's receiver and speak in a hushed tone. Mom, it's not good. I need you to get me, please. Huh? Sweetie, I know it's hard being away from home, but you have to give this a chance. No, Mom, they're hurting kids here. There's a room where they take them and hit the bad ones. I've seen their bruises. You've seen bruises? She was interrupted by a dial tone. A counselor was making a brisk approach from my flank. Before I could even react, he grabbed me by the ear. I could feel his nails digging into my earlobe with a piercing grip that immediately stung. Ugh. Big mistake. That hurts! Stop! I swung my fists in every which direction, trying to thrash myself away from his grasp. Try as I might, it proved to be ineffective. He's much bigger and stronger than me. I'm trapped. Another fact of defiance, Mr. Cameron. Disappointing. It's clear that the demons need to be struck out of you. No! Fuck. Ow! Fuck! I recoiled, my poor paw to my chest. The tips of my digits are stinging and throbbing in pain. God, he has some really bad trauma. I roll over to my stomach and scream in agony into my pillow. Fuck, that hurt! I just been thrashed in my sleep and smacked the wall. While the pain was sharp at first, it quickly turned to a dull ache. At worst, it'll bruise. The memory of the dream quickly faded as I nursed my injured paw. Although there's one detail that persists in my mind. I was calling Mom about something. It actually reminds me I do need to give her a call. She texted me on Monday and I haven't spoken to her since. Might as well do it now before the day gets too busy. Hi, sweetie. About time you gave me a call. I was wondering when you were going to talk to your poor old mother. There she goes, punishing me for performing behavior she wants from me. She's speaking in her usual saccharine tone, so she's in a good mood at least. Could be worse. Hey, Mama. Yeah, sorry, I've been putting in a lot of overtime at the new job. Oh, you've been working hard? Yeah, this past week has been a lot. But it hasn't been too bad. My new boss is a really nice guy. Oh, really? Yeah, I like him a lot, actually. I think I'm going to be very comfortable here. That's great, sweetie. Have you and your friends settled in yet? Not a fan of that tone, but I prefer your friend over the alternative. Yeah, Mo and I are all moved in. That's great. So when are... Mom was interrupted by a faint voice. Oh, Dad wants to talk to you. I can hear the phone being handled as Mom passed it to Dad. Hey, buddy. Hey, Dad. What you up to? Nothing much. Getting ready for work today. Figured I'd call Mom while I have some time. They got you working on the weekend, huh? Yeah, been putting in a lot of overtime. Attaboy, always putting in hard work. Proud of you. I couldn't help but smile. I'd given up on winning over their approval a long time ago, but a little praise every once in a while is nice. Thanks. Alright, quick, you left a couple of pairs of slacks here. Shoot, I thought I got everything. Yeah, I guess not. You left them in the dryer. If you want, you can come drive up and get them. We'll fix you some supper and you can spend the night if you want. That sounds nice, but I don't have my car anymore. I can't just drive up on a whim. Oh, yeah. Right. His tone's mostly composed, but I could hear a hint of dejection. Well, I guess I can mail these off to you. Sure, that'd work. I could use some more slacks. I don't have a lot of time to do laundry. Hey, well, you make sure you get around to it. Remember, you take care of your slacks. They take care of you. Yeah, I know. He chuckles. Good man. There was a short pause. I could tell he was struggling to start his next sentence. So, how's Mariah doing? She all settled with college and stuff? I'm taken by surprise by him correctly gendering and naming Mariah. He wasn't always the best about it. Yeah, she's good. Classes start on Monday. She just finished her orientation. She's really excited. Good to hear, buddy. Tell her I said hi. Yeah, of course. Alright, I gotta finish fixing breakfast. Love you, bud. Love you too. I can hear the phone being handled again as Dad returns it to Mom. Wish you were here, mister. Dad's making bacon omelets. Oh, wow, that sounds amazing, actually. You're missing out. She employs her teasing tone. Alright, honey, I'll let you go so you can get ready for work. Sounds good. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Talk to you soon. Love you too. Bye. Man. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. I really miss being able to talk to Mom. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll say, at least it seems his relationship with his parents is evolving a bit. But I understand how getting over that kind of trauma in your childhood can be hard. My hope is that his parents came to get him. Like, that's evil, doing that to anyone. But evil thrives in religion, apparently. Anyway, alright, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!